Good morning, Jeffrey Friedman, Senior Commodity Broker with RJO Futures, with morning comments about the stock index futures. What's the word of the day? Because I always give you the word of the day. The word of the day really gotta be central banks. Central banks in Europe, the UK, China, everybody is putting their best foot forward. Well, I don't know about best foot, but a good foot forward to stimulate and make sure that we don't go into a global recession. With that in mind, the S&P is a little lower. Why is that? Well, let's take a look, because most of these things were anticipated. We came off of a very nice rally. You could see it on the chart and back me on a daily chart. I'm not talking about 5 minutes or intraday. I'm talking about swing trading. We've rallied quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 days, and we did break out from that resistance that I was talking about, 1352 September S&P, as you can see on the chart. And if you can't, you can always call me, and I'll help you find a chart to display it. Now, have said all that with Europe, China, the UK. Let's take a look at America. What do we have? We had our ADP employment. That should give us some kind of thought on tomorrow's non-farm payroll, which is the granddaddy of economic news for the United States. Employment in the last year, obviously we want to create jobs, and people are very concerned we might go into a recession. That's what they're thinking about. That's why all the central banks are trying to stimulate. We don't want to slow down in China. We want to have some kind of situation where we have expansion and good economic news in Europe. Now that I've talked about most of the fundamentals, and look, I didn't talk about ISM service, which was a slightly disappointing. I didn't talk about initial claims, which was slightly in line, if you will. We'll get to that. Now let's take a look at the technicals. We broke out, we're above, we are sideways to up on a short-term trend, technically September S&P futures, okay? And I just want to give you a couple notes on where some resistance and support is. Remember, classical charting analysis, old resistance, 1352, we break through, now that's going to be support because we broke through. So I want you to kind of get into the fundamentals. Remember, higher highs, higher low, higher closes, we are moving up. And if we're making lower lows, lower highs, lower closes, we're moving down. And that should give us the tone of the day, the momentum of the day, the higher probabilities of trading. Should. Can't guarantee anything. Now, have looked at that. I want to say 82 is a big number. I want to say 91 is a big number. 13 being your handle on the way down. 55 or 52, possibly 72. Make a check mark by that. And possibly 45. That's all I have for right now. You should be calling me, Jeffrey Friedman. We can talk about any markets in any way you want to. Please give me a call. And 800-826-4124. And as always, trading futures, option to futures involves risk of loss. It's not suitable for everyone. Good luck, good trading.